How's it going? I'm Michael Nichols,
And I'm John Reed.
and this is a presentation on heart conditions. Now, what is the heart? The heart is an organ that pumps blood through the circulatory system. Now, there are 4 chambers in the heart, which include the right atrium, the right ventricle, the left atrium, and the left ventricle, as you can see here in the picture. Now, the right atrium receives blood and sends it to the right ventricle. With that, the right ventricle sends the blood to the lungs where it's given oxygen. And then from there, the left atrium receives the blood from the lungs and sends it to the left ventricle. And then, of course, the left ventricle pumps the blood to the rest of the body.
Common heart conditions such as coronary heart disease, congestive heart failure, and arrhythmia, aortic aneurysms, and heart infections. Coronary heart disease is when bad cholesterol, LDL, builds up in the heart arteries. As seen in this picture, this is a normal artery. This is a clogged one. Symptoms include chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue. Congestive heart failure is when the heart is pumping at a low output or it's pumping at too high of a pressure. When it's pumping at too high of a pressure, a fluid congestion may be present. Legs and ankles will begin to swell. Symptoms include shortness of breath, dizziness, pain in chest, and a cough. Arrhythmia is when the heart is beating irregularly, either too fast or too slow. Symptoms, if any are present, most of the time they aren't, but if they are, it's dizziness, fainting, and fluttering in the chest. Aortic aneurysm is blood vessels that carries blood to the rest of the body, get swollen or enlarged by inherited diseases. Symptoms include pain in the back and legs, nausea, vomiting, and low blood pressure. Heart infections such as TB, viruses, and other infections can swell the sac the heart is surrounded by. Symptoms include dizziness, pain in chest, and sweating.
And now we're going to go over heart tests. And a couple lists included electrocardiogram, the echocardiogram, the cardiac stress test, the cardiac catheterization, and of course the Holter monitor and the event monitor. The electrocardiogram, or the ECG or EKG, is a device that traces the heart's electrical activity. An echocardiogram is an ultrasound that provides direct viewing of any problems involving the heart's pumping ability and valves. A cardiac stress test is a test where you run on a treadmill to get the heart pumping to its capacity. As you can see, the monitor is hooked up to the body where he's running or walking on the treadmill. The cardiac catheterization is a catheter that is inserted from the groin to the heart to view X-ray images of the arteries to perform procedures. A Holter monitor is a portable heart monitor that records the heart's rhythm continuously for a 24-hour period. As you can see, it is portable, just like the next one we're going to talk about, the event monitor, which is the same thing, but at a push of a button, records the heart's electrical rhythm.
Treatments include exercise, angioplasty, lipid-lowering agents, aspirin, pacemakers, and diuretics. Angioplasty is when a doctor puts a balloon in a narrowed or blocked artery and inflates it and then puts a stent in to keep it open. As seen in this picture, you have a narrowed artery. The balloon is then inserted and blown up, and then you will put the stent in after that. Lipid-lowering agents lower bad cholesterol, which helps lower the risk of heart attack. Aspirin acts as a blood thinner and helps blood from clotting in narrowed arteries. Pacemaker will send electrical impulses to the heart when needed to keep the heart at a normal beating rhythm. Diuretics increase water loss and urination to help with congestive heart failure. Symptoms of fluid buildup That's what I was talking about when I said the legs and ankles will begin to swell. And here's our sights, and thank you very much, Mr. Moore, for your time